think Milan take his energy in that with listen a lot of music of Metallica and Lars Ulrich. I think is his idol.
An almost 3-year-old battling Langerhans cell histiocytosis, a rare form of cancer, and one of the world's youngest metalhead, got the chance to meet the drummer for probably the biggest heavy metal band in the world, Metallica's Lars Ulrich.
We have a good conversation with him, and it was a very good moment. I will remember that moment all my life.
Initially, I thought it was just Dad who was into it, but if you watch Milan, he just loves it.
Milan Rossignol was diagnosed with the rare cancer close to 2 years ago.
And for a long time, this has kind of been in no man's land. A lot of people have had trouble deciding if it's actually a cancer or if it's not a cancer.
Langerhans cells help regulate the immune system and are normally found throughout the body, especially in the skin, lymph nodes, lungs, the liver, and in bone marrow. Langerhans cell histiocytosis disorder is when those cells are produced in excess and build up in the body.
The current feeling is that it is, and it's certainly being treated with chemotherapy. And Milan's form of this unusual diagnosis is even more unusual in that he has very severe involvement of both his lungs and his liver.
Since being diagnosed, Milan has spent most of his life in the hospital, and his parents, who have 2 older children, who were unable to visit Milan in the hospital due to COVID restrictions, have had to quit their jobs in order to take care of him.
I've known Milan since November, and he's not even 3 yet. And every time I would go to see Milan and his father, they would be watching videos of Metallica, which I never really understood because my children watched Raffi and, Sharon, Lois, and Bram. They certainly didn't watch Metallica.
Show to Milan every single concert of Metallica around the world. And it's why right now Milan love that.
So Dad had told me a long time ago that, his dream was to be able to take Milan to a Metallica concert, which clearly, both at his age and his clinical condition and in times of COVID, is not something that would be realistic.
So Dr. Abish and her colleagues decided to tweet the band and asked if they would meet their youngest fan, since he might not be able to attend the concert anytime soon. And it didn't take long for Lars Ulrich to tweet back and for a Zoom meeting to be arranged.
He was very receptive, and I think the fact that he had a less than 3-year-old who was one of his biggest fans actually took his fancy, and the fact that poor Milan has been in the hospital so much since the time of his diagnosis, he felt it was something that he would really like to be able to do.
Very generous person, and we love that. We love him, and him too. He loves Milan, and it's a very beautiful moment.
In Montreal, Sacha Obas, City News.